All right, another alt weekly review preview. And honestly, this one's a little light. You're not going to believe who's at the top of the list on last night's alt weekly auction that ended on Thursday, May 1st. Not Steph, not LeBron, not Jordan, not Kobe. It's an unusual suspect. It's an ultramodern prospect, and he's not even one of the big name ultramodern prospects. It's not Doncic. It's not Anthony Edwards. It's not SGA. It's not, Amen Thompson, right? The banana in the tailpipe. It's none of those guys. You'll be surprised at the top. Like I said, this is maybe the lowest value top row we've seen in a while. But the beautiful thing about these videos is we're going to do a review of what sold last night. I'm also going to show you the Michael Jordan cards that sold, of course. We always do that. But then we're going to do a preview of the cards that are available now. There's already 3 cards that are have bids that are higher than the highest card this week. So it's just one of those deals where, the value of the cards that are being auctioned undulates wildly. And so this one's still going to be a very entertaining one. And it's going to maybe even be you may be more receptive to it because there's a lot more cards that we can afford that we're going to talk about today on this review preview. And I also want to talk about something new that Alt is offering called Snap to Sell. I don't know much about it. They reached out to me. It's big and bold. Anytime you go to the Alt website, it's going to come up. So we're going to look at that today at the very beginning of the video for about 2 minutes, see what that's all about, and kind of go from there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I want these Alt weekly review previews to be in your rotation on this Cajun Cardboard channel. Hit the like button. It absolutely helps me with YouTube. For some reason, I've hit a wall. I don't know what's going on. Sometimes you just hit a wall, and I don't know how the algorithm works, but I need you find folks that consistently watch my stuff to hit the like button and hit the subscribe button, obviously, if you haven't done that yet as well. Some really exciting stuff going on. Talking to maybe another affiliate partner, a big announcement on that, maybe coming up in the next week or two. Enjoy the video. Get your weekend off to a great start with some cool card content right now. Thanks, guys. All right, Bryan with Cajun Cardboard coming at you from the great state of Louisiana, and today is Alt's weekly review preview. As I promised you, first I want to switch over to screen share. This is what popped up on my screen. They reached out to me maybe a week or two ago and said, hey, we're about to launch this deal. Let me send you some information. Don't talk about it yet because we haven't released it, but apparently now they've released it. It's called Snap to Sell in Alt auctions, and what it says is you can now get a 24-hour valuation simply by taking a picture of your card and get a 70% cash advance estimate by simply snapping a photo of your item. There's a QR code right there to download and open it in your app. I'm just going to click the Learn More button. For 2 minutes, we're going to look at this together. Snap to Sell, how it works. Okay, so it looks like there's a YouTube video that's going to do a lot better job than me of explaining this. But if you're one of those people that's very often selling your cards, this might be something that is entertaining to you. Here's your step-by-step guide down here. You take a photo, you got to open the app, you take a clear, nice, well-lit photo of your graded trading card. It's got to be a graded card, right, because they need the certain number and all that stuff. You can upload a photo from your device's photo library as well. If you've already taken the photo, just plug it in. The AI-powered identification recognizes your card, puts it into a database, gets an alt value for your card. You can get a cash advance offer within 1 business day. And I don't know where you live, but in the United States, that's Monday through Friday. In 1 business day, you can get a cash advance of up to 75% of the valuation of your card. You can chat with an alt expert about this at any time. If you don't understand the valuation, you ship the items to alt and you get paid. You generate a label directly within the app. They do it for you, or you can use your own label, whatever you prefer. And once your items are processed at the Alt Vault, your cash advance will be credited to your Alt account within 24 hours. So it's just a quicker way to keep your cash flow going. Again, this is not how I operate. This is not my joint, right? But I know tons of you guys are constantly buying low, selling high, buying raw, grading, flipping. And I used to live in that world where I did that quite a lot, quite often. I still do it. I'm just not in as big a hurry. But this is something that certainly should be worth investigating a little bit further. And like I said, if we click here, you're going to get a 1 minute and 32-second YouTube video explaining how that works. Okay, so enough of the alt snap to sell. We've talked about it. Let's kill that. Let's get going. Let's look at the cards that sold on alt. Let's go down here about 24, 32 deep, something like that. I mean, we got to start here, right? We've got a Tim Duncan 97 Fleer Thrill Seekers PSA 10. Of course, we know the Jordan. We know the scope pattern in the background. This Duncan sells in a PSA 10 for only $731. Guys, this is Tim Duncan's rookie card. I swear to God, there's no player whose on-court performance is less reflected in the value of his cards than Tim Duncan. It's absolutely incredible. $731 for a pop 36 PSA 10 Thrill Seekers. This is a hierarchy card for every player from the 90s. 731's down a little bit from 801, 671, 750. Not really much of a surprise here. We're already back into 2024. So it looks to be a card that's on the rise over the last 2 years for sure. 668, 677, 586, 600, 560, 625. Last night, 731. Pretty good sale. Not out of this world, not an all-time record or anything like that, but good-looking sale, good-looking card. Stained glass LeBron PSA 10 from 2019 Mosaic does $792. Like, if you're asking me to choose between these two cards, no offense to LeBron collectors, dude, I'm taking the Tim Duncan all day long and twice on Sunday. This is a pop 300 stained glass. You know, stained glass when they first came out in 12, 13, 14, whenever that was, that stuff was pretty damn rare. I mean, you can even go back to, I think there was something called Gallery of Heroes way back even before that sort of had that stained glass look to it. But the Mosaic stained glass is not rare at all. Obviously, this has been graded well over 500, 600, 700 times. There's probably 5,000 of them out there. There's 300 PSA 10s, so good job on the quality control. There's 458 gems. I'm going to go with the Tim Duncan, and this is a huge sale, by the way. $792 for this LeBron Mosaic stained glass. And again, is it a great-looking card? Hell yeah, but there's just a buku of them out there. That seems like a really big price. I don't want to ring the bell because I don't know if that's an all-time record, but you get the drift. Beam Team, PSA 9, Michael Jordan, $871. I'm guessing that's probably right on the number. Actually, it's way up. That is a really good sale right there. 775, 730, 780, 755, 820, 840, 750, 767, that's a pretty damn good sale. That might be the highest sale. 885, 871. That's the second highest sale out of maybe the last 15 of these. Of course, everybody knows that's a foundational Jordan piece right there from early first year Stadium Club Jordan insert Beam Team. There's a members only variation, of course, as well. Jalen Brunson put up 40 last night and put the Pistons to bed. 2018 Optic Brunson Purple Stars PSA 10. These were serial number to an arbitrary lucky number 13. This one goes for $878. I wonder how his cards are doing. Way freaking up. That is an all-time record by a huge number. It is a pop 3, and it's only sold 3 times since 2021, and that's a pretty good recipe for card prices to go up. Purple Stars, PSA 10 Brunson, all-time record. How about a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander Panini Instant Autograph Orange? Interesting. Serial number to 5 does $900. I'll click it real quick because I know that's going to be a record. Everything Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is a record. There he is, staring through your soul. 33.44% up. Natalia says basketball cards are up, but it looks to be trending downward. It's up over 90 days, but if over the last, 30 days maybe, doesn't look so good, but who knows? We'll see. Jason Kidd, 2004 Exquisite Collection Autograph Patches, 8.5, does $900. Seems cheap. Cornerstones, I love this product. Most people did not love it. They did not dig it at all. I think this is where Downtowns first came from. I don't know. I might be wrong on that. Again, you guys know me. I'm more living in the 90s, but I think Cornerstones was where the first Downtowns were found. Am I crazy about that? Is that wrong? Somebody let me know in the comments. But 2017 Cornerstones rookie Tatum patch autograph, serial number to 199, did 914. Anthony Edwards, speaking of putting people to bed, the Lakers, for God's sakes, lost by 7 points in a game where their opponent shot 7 for 47. Why? Because they were playing in the 6 foot and under league. They didn't play any big people. They didn't have any big people. They tried to play Maxi Kleber for the first time in a century. That didn't work. Jackson Hayes never saw the floor. And maybe the worst offensive big man in the history of modern basketball, Rudy Gobert, put up like 30 and 20 or something stupid. 2020 Optic Fast Break Signatures, Anthony Edwards did $9.96. Kaboom, early Kaboom. Damn, Panini Innovation, Russell Westbrook Kaboom, BGS 9.5 does $1,032. I bet you anything this is an all-time record. I bet you it is. I'm ringing it. Yeah, $57 this damn thing sold for in 2018. Here we are 7 years later, $1,032. That's damn near 20x. That's 19x. That's something crazy like that. 9.5 is a pop 6. There's 7 PSA 10s. Pretty cool looking card if you're into little cartoon caricatures. Moving along, orange Steph Curry autograph, neon orange Pulsar. First off the line, that's a mouthful, TWSS. 1,032. Steph Curry championship autograph AP from Curry X Beck. I don't know what's going on here. This is one of those artist like collab deals. Tyson Beck. I don't know who that is. I thought that was an actor. That's Tyson Beckford. I don't know what that is. All-time record. It's the only one that sold. It's also a pop 2. So neat, I guess. I don't really know what that is. Topps Mercury, well, that's a blast from the past, from the not-so-distant past, right? 2023 Topps Mercury Wembanyama autograph white refractor, serial number 235. Shout out to KD, does $13.80 in a PSA 10. Oh, my gosh, that I just burped on camera. That is a pop 4, and that is way down from the December 30th, 2024, when he did not have a blood clot in his shoulder and he was going to win Defensive Player of the Year, and he was trying to will his extremely devoid of talent San Antonio Spurs into the playoffs. And now the only good, bright spot for the San Antonio Spurs this year is A, the season's over, B, they're going to get a pretty good draft pick, and C, Stephon Castle won Rookie of the Year. So 2 years in a row, the Spurs have had the Rookie of the Year. Darius Garland Rookie Color Blast from Spectra PSA 10 does $1,500. We've got another Steph Curry Eminence Silver Bar, Gold Bar, whatever that means, serial number to 5. That PSA 8 does 2028, and I've always loved these guys. I had a Luka Doncic Ruby auto rookie card that I really, really wanted to keep forever, but it was actually pack pulled. I ended up selling it. But this 2018 Court Kings heir apparent Shai Gilgeous-Alexander autograph, and these were on-card autos from Court Kings. Court Kings does not get enough love. They've got some really cool inserts in there as well. And these heir apparent autos are great looking. And it is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. So remember, it's a pop 57 in a 1010, serial number to 199. And this card sells for $2,340. I don't know why. That cannot possibly be the only one of those that's sold. But again, on the pop reports, you got to look, because I think PSA 10 and PSA 1010, where the autograph's also graded a 10, I think those are the same pop reports on PSAs. They don't make any distinction, so maybe that's why there was no other sales, because it's an actual 1010. 2,340, great buy there for the buyer. Premium Ink, Giannis 1 of 1 from Flawless 2019 does $24.29. How about a Galactic Panini Revolution second year Anthony Edwards? No, this is a rookie year. Yeah, 2019 is Morant and Zion, or we thought it was going to be. 2020 is Anthony Edwards, and this is his Galactic, and it does $26.40. He's hot. The team's hot. They look like they can win games. People are probably going to get a little carried away with the Timberwolves. We'll see when they play a real defensive team. This card's down for the second time in a row, dating back to almost exactly 1 year ago. So 32.40 to 29.28 to 26.40. Ant cards are down 2.58%. I did a video last night on Anthony Edwards cards, some of his best performing cards over the past year. We looked primarily at his Prizm PSA 10 stuff. Caitlin Clark, 2024 Prizm WNBA Mojo, PSA 9, serial number to 25. This card does $3,241. That is actually up. That is actually an all-time record, despite the fact Caitlin Clark cards are marginally down. I mean, anything 5% up, 5% down, I consider that flat. I don't even really look at it. You got to get to double digits either way for me to really even care. And then it just depends on how robust your database is for that particular index. But this Caitlin Clark card goes for $32.41, which is an all-time record. More Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for you guys. 2018 Donruss Next Day Auto. These used to be a really big deal. I don't even know if they still do Donruss Next Day Auto. Somebody in the comments can let me know. I haven't bought a pack of Donruss cards since maybe 1987 when I was chasing Mark McGuire Donruss and Jose Canseco's second years. I don't even know if they still do Next Day Auto, but somebody in the comments let me know. Are those still still highly sought after. Those were a really big deal when I first came back into the hobby around 2016, something like that. Next day autos were a really big deal back then. 2018 next day auto, BGS 8.5, auto 10. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, 3518. There's not that many of these things out there. I mean, you can look right here and see how many have been graded. There's not that many that have been graded. This is actually down almost $500. In fact, it is down $500, or yeah, $580. Is that right? Is that good math? I don't know. To 3518. That's even lower than, that's the lowest sale ever. Let's just put it that way for the 8.5. Interesting, shocking news there. More Jalen Brunson, right? Strike while the iron's hot, they say. 2022 Prizm Gold Brunson PSA 9 does 3586. Seems like a big number. 2011 Upper Deck Exquisite Collection Championship Michael Jordan. This card is autographed. It's Carolina Jordan, so let that sink in real quick. But this card is serial number 2, only 75. It's a PSA authentic, but a 10 for the autograph is sort of what you want. And that card sold for $41.30, not the all-time record, but doing well nonetheless. Jordan cards are up 8.69% according to Alt's index. And then the top 3 cards, one of these cards appeals to me a lot more than the others, and it's this right here. This 2015 Prizm Silver Jokic BGS 10. I love it. I love it to death, man. 3 10s and a 9.5 for centering. Man, that's a great looking card. 5160, pop 7. And that is not anywhere remotely near an all-time record. Back in 2023, this one went off the board at $7,500 on eBay. This will be the 3rd highest sale of this card ever. So I can't ring the bell, but I do want to draw your attention to the year 2017. If you believed in this sloppy, fat Eastern European and you thought for a second he might be the best player in the world, which I would just tell you right now, y'all are all liars if you say you thought this guy was going to be the best player in the world in 2017. Hell, we didn't even know if he was going to be better than his front court mate Nurkic, right? And as it turns out, one of them is kind of a soft, pudding pants, and the other one is an MVP. So somebody fell for the banana in the tailpipe with Yusuf Nurkic, unfortunately. But Jokic, man, what a great player. I still think his cards are very investable. I don't think he's done. I think, honest to God, I think the dude's got top 10 all-time historical potential. He is still relatively young. There is a lot of meat left on the bone in that career. Steph Curry Studio Gold Proof Autograph, serial number 25, BGS 9.5, 10 for the autograph. I guess we should look at it. It's on the top row. It's got a lot of stuff going on in here. Very shiny. This card goes for $5,400. Looks like an all-time record. It's the only time the damn thing's ever sold, and Steph continues to do his thing. By the time you watch this video, hopefully you watch it before the game tonight. This is a big one, man. If the Rockets can steal one, I love Steph Curry. I really do like Steph Curry. He's class. He's pure class. He's a true pro. I like him. I don't know why he has haters out there. I don't get it. It's not like LeBron where he says shit every once in a while that's like preposterous or, LeBron is just highly scrutinized. And again, there are a lot of LeBron missteps. I don't mean criminal missteps. I don't mean off the court Diddy type missteps as far as we know. But he says some stupid stuff. Steph is usually pretty thoughtful, calm, and discerning. Unlike his head coach has become one of the most obnoxious people on earth, Steve Kerr. Steph Curry, I don't know. Where was I going with this? I'm getting 50 years old and I forgot what I was talking about. The Rockets, yeah. So the Rockets are going to try to steal one on the home court. And the reason I'm cheering for the Rockets, sorry, I just meant to say that. I bet on the Rockets just so I could root against Draymond Green. I normally don't do stuff like that, but I just don't like Draymond Green. I don't like him. I don't like his mouth. I don't like it that he gets so much credit for so little. I don't like it that he's such a horrific offensive player that he makes 2 threes and then decides he's a 3-point shooter. There's so many things I don't like about Draymond Green that I choose to actually wager money against his teams, so I have even more incentive to root for the Houston Rockets. That being said, I am torn because I love Steph Curry. I really do like Steph Curry. And again, I don't own any Steph Curry cards, so I don't have any dog in this hunt. And I did not buy this card last night, but congrats to the buyer of that card. I guess we should look at the price. Yeah, we said all-time record for that one right there. And then Franz Wagner. Who had Franz Wagner on their bingo card being the top-selling card? It's not even a PSA 10. It's BGS 9.5, but gold on gold does things and gives you a little tingle in your nether regions. 8,100 for this, of course, serial number 10. Prizm has stayed consistent with that. Thank God they've stayed consistent with something. This 9.5 is a pop 1. There's 2 PSA 10s. This is the all-time record. They got bounced by the Celtics, of course, without Drew Holiday. But a formidable young backcourt following in the footsteps of, I say backcourt. They're both, Banchero's more front court. They're wings. Let's just call them wings. It's almost like Tatum and Jaylen Brown, although, Banchero is not, I don't know. I guess they are. I guess they're both. Would you call Banchero a wing or would you call him a power forward? He's a wing for now. And whether he should be or not, I don't know. But he certainly can do some things with the ball, and he's the fulcrum on their offense along with Franz Wagner. Losing Jalen Suggs ended any hope of them doing anything relevant this season. 8,100 for that Franz Wagner card right now, an all-time record. So that's it, guys. Moving on, let's look at the Jordan stuff. We looked at those. An SGC 6 Jordan sticker from 86 Fleer does 588. How about a 1996 hardwood leaders? Guys, this is a great time to do a little lesson. This is the hardwood leader. There are years of Fleer hardwood leader that are inserts. This is not. This is a subset card. You can always tell by looking at the card number. It's card number 123 of the main checklist. If you ever have questions about whether a card is an insert or is a subset card or a base or a subset card, look at the card number in the top right corner. And if it's a big high number like 123, it's probably a subset card because there's not 123 hardwood leaders in there. Another way to tell is just go to Trading Card Database and look up your set and see if your card is an insert. And if it lists pack odds, then you know it's an insert. This one's not, and it's not a rare card. In PSA 10, it is a pop 205, 316 last night, about on the number. If we took an average right here, it's probably going to be 316, 265, 338, 340, 316. So the card definitely presents like an insert, and it's Jordan going up there. By the way, he's only got one hand on the ball. He's pulling his George Gervin action right there, but he palmed the ball like a grapefruit. 97 Finest, again, another example. This is a subset card. It's the creators. There are a couple different variations of this card. There's refractors to this card. There's refractor serial number to this card. There's peel. There's no peel. There's all kinds of crap going on with this 97 Finest card number 287. I can tell you that right now. This is a no peel base card. Again, pop 208, sold for 186. That's a little bit down from the 209, 225, but nothing really to see here. 89 Hoops. This is a card that I remember pulling myself when the 89 Hoops, the first year of Hoops, when 89 Hoops came out, I was buying the hell out of this stuff. Unfortunately, I wasn't 3 years earlier buying the hell out of 1986 Fleer, but 89 Hoops, I bought a bunch of it, and the price point was also very, very good on those cards and those packs and those boxes back then. $156, par for the course, exactly what you'd expect for a pop 6,000 card. But if you're grading it, expect a 9. Moving along, we'll look at a couple more All-Star MVPs. Jordan from 91 Hoops. That is a PSA 10, and that one does look like it insert number 1X. I don't know if it is or not. Number 9, I don't know. I don't know anything about that. That's interesting. It's pop 209. It can't be an insert. There's too many of them out there. But sells for 113. The other 89 card from 89 Hoops, number 21, the All-Star Jordan, sells for $79. Here's the thing. People are like, I can't collect Jordans in PSA 10 anymore. Well, if you start in the 80s, you really can. You may not be able to get the 84 Star 101. Nobody is. And you're not going to be able to get the 86 Fleer because it's 200 or 300 grand, whatever that number is in a PSA 10. But starting in maybe 88, 89, 90, 91, you can pick up the Fleer stuff. And then, of course, the Hoops is a really clearly very affordable option. $79 for this card right here, which features Michael Jordan playing in the 1989 NBA All-Star Game. Pretty cool stuff. And then 91 Hoops, Jordan number 579, his USA Dream Team card. Beautiful, of course. PSA 10 sells for $77. What's available next week, Cajun? Get to the point. All right, like I said, this week, 8,100 was the highest selling card, and it was Franz Wagner, and it was a BGS 9.5. Next week, we got big boy stuff, right? We got a 2003, that's first year, exquisite Kobe Bryant, limited logos, serial number 275, BGS 8.5. The autograph is a 9, so make note of that. 43,000 already without the buyer's premium included. Huge card right there. Let's look at it. Let's check out the auto a little bit more detail. We can always click in on alt and get, I mean, how much better can an image get? I mean, you can get in here and get as nasty and detailed as you want to. You can even take a picture of this with your phone and then, you know, kind of expand your phone with your fingers and make that even bigger. But there's your autograph right there. They got the 9. It's probably because it's blackish, faded, streaking, etc., all of those things. But 43,000 and counting for that one, folks. We got a Jason Tatum BGS 9 Flawless Patch Vertical Ruby serial number to 12 autograph rookie card. We got a Jordan Cut Above 9. That's a big card. Cut Aboves are very rare. You're looking at a card that's a pop 30 in PSA 9. Guess how many 10s there are? 1. And I know who owns it. My good friend, Josh Dawson at Northeast Sports Cards. So a BGS 9.5 or a 9 is the next best thing you can get. I'm blessed enough to have a BGS 9.5. The PSA 9 is already pushing, what is that, over $9,000 with 10 bids. That's a big card for a big Jordan collector right there, because a 10 is off the board. I mean, if you're a PSA set registry guy, 9 is the best you can do. Trust me, that card's going to do really, really well. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm ringing the bell on that card. Again, these cards that we're looking at right now are up right now on Alt. If you want to go bid on them, go to alt.xyz. And it'll pull up, and then make sure you log in. It's free. It's a seamless, easy process. Bid on these cards. They end next Thursday evening. Alt weekly auctions always end Thursday evening, so make sure you put a reminder in your phone for that to check these Alt weekly auctions every single Thursday. National Treasures Rookie Patch Auto Emerald Jalen Brunson. Emerald's a serial number to 5, and this is a BGS 9.510, so this card's going to do quite well as well. I suspect it's going to outsell the Franz Wagner Gold because it's getting close already. And then a Victor Wembanyama 1-and-1 downtown card from 2023. It's a pop 11. Shout out to Yao Ming. This is a huge 1-and-1 card. He looks like a freaking alien, even in this card with the cartoon Wembanyama. His cards are down a little bit. We knew that. Blue Ice, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, BGS 9.5, True Quad Gem. Steph Curry, I like this. Spectra, Steph Curry, Signatures, Gold Prizm. Look at this one right here. What a good looking patch that is. Wow, that really hits right there. PSA 8 Pop 4, serial numbered 1 out of 35 math nerds. White Sparkle, Anthony Edwards, PSA 9. We got a Donovan Mitchell, True RPA, BGS 9.5. Can they do it? It's a 9.5, a Gem Plus. Can they do it? Can the freaking Cavs do it? We don't know. We got to watch and see. Blue Shimmer, Anthony Edwards, PSA 10. How about a Michael Jordan Finest Embossed, number 154, PSA 10? And this is dot cut. This is a card that also confuses me a little bit. I own a copy of the Golden Boss Refractor, serial number to 74. Serial number, I tried to burp again on camera. Serial number to 74. This is a pop 30 and a PSA 10. This is going to do a pretty big number right here. This card, you don't see it very often. It's already at 3,200 and counting. The Blue Shimmer, Anthony Edwards, is numbered to 35, by the way. A LeBron James SP Game Used from 2004. Autograph patch, 10 for the autograph. Gold, Dame Lillard. Man, my condolences to Dame Lillard. The Achilles is not an easy one. That is probably, other than, losing a limb, that's probably the worst injury a basketball player can sustain. It's far, far worse than an ACL, which used to be a death blow to a player's career. Now an ACL is a 10-month, 9, 10, 12-month deal. The Achilles is also probably a 10, 11, 12-month deal, but it's like you're walking on pins and needles, and you're always worried about it going into the future, and it's just a much more grueling rehab because you're totally off of it. With an ACL surgery, you get back on it and you start doing things in an upright position. With an Achilles, it's my understanding, you're in a little Rascal. You're in a scooter like those old fat people that, scoot around the mall and buy corn dogs. And Damian Lillard's not going to, he doesn't want to be an old fat man riding around on a Rascal in a mall. And by the way, if you're young and you're watching this, a mall is an actual physical location where people bought things. Now people buy things online only. So if you're a young person and you don't know what a mall is, it's basically where old people with fanny packs go to walk around, or really fat people or people with Achilles injuries sit in those little Rascals with a basket on the front, and they eat their corn dogs and drink lemonade and kind of wander around the mall and do things and probably just look at people. They're probably up to no good. They're probably up to no good. You can't trust those old people that walk around the mall. There's something going on there. Upper Deck Black, legendary, lustrous signature, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, autograph, BGS 910. We've got Apollo Banchero. We were just talking about this, the Orlando Magic and the great future that this team's got before them. They still need to make a move. They need to go out and get a big boy player out there. Man, what about a Giannis from the Bucks to Orlando move in exchange for Paulo Banchero and some assets? I wonder if that's something that the Orlando Magic would entertain. I know Giannis would love that Orlando weather down there. 1,700. Yes, I know they saw him walking in the streets of New York City. That ain't going to happen. Steph Curry, BGS 9.5, Topps Chrome, serial number to 999, and then a Steph Curry Kaboom BGS 10 from 2021 Panini Crown Royale. That's it. The Alt Weekly Review Preview is in the books. It is May 2nd. I can't believe we're in May. The National's right there. It's only 3 months away. I guess it's not right there, but it's pretty soon. We're going to start talking about all things National up in Rosemont in Chicago. 3 years in a row, it's going to be in Chicago. I'll be there Wednesday, Thursday, Friday night, leaving Saturday morning. I travel by car with Cajun Jr. I'm going to bring some stuff up there, get some deals done, shake some hands. I've got to sell some stuff and get some money, for God's sakes, so I don't go up to the National empty-handed. I can't be up there for 3 days walking around seeing all these succulent cards and not be able to buy anything. I got to have something to do while I'm up there. Hopefully you guys are going to the National as well. If you see me at the National and you don't say hi, I'm going to hate you forever and we're going to fight. So make sure you pull me to the side and say hello, introduce yourself. That is why I go to the National, is to speak to you guys, speak to my friends, shake hands with old friends, find great cards, meet with affiliate partners, try to grow the brand, try to grow the YouTube channel. And if you don't mind, I implore you, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon for notifications if you don't mind helping support the Cajun Cardboard YouTube channel. Also, by the way, if you're a Michael Jordan basketball card collector, look in my YouTube description and go into my playlist on this channel and check out the Michael Jordan hierarchy. I haven't talked about it in quite some time, but it's a nice little project I put together a few years ago that that has sort of permeated through the hobby and affected some Jordan collectors and some 90s basketball card collectors, hopefully only in a positive way. And if it's something you're interested in, I'm selling 3-foot by 2-foot glossy high definition posters of the Michael Jordan hierarchy. Super easy to order. They ship next day and they ship by FedEx in a protective tube. So thank you guys again for watching. Have a great first weekend of May. Keep collecting, stay positive in the hobby, and peace.